It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins earned the 3-game series sweep as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 8-5. Entering the day's action, the Rockies are in second place in the NL West, while the Marlins sit in second place in the
From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Marlins Park. Tonight, it's the first of 4 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Odrisamer Despaigne will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, it's not easy to bunch anything together against this guy. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of under 1.10. So we may see some hit and run. We may see some bunting. And we may see some running, because if you want to lay around and try to get hits off this guy, that's not the right thing to do. One of the top pitchers in the game right now.
Here's Gerard Dyson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. A very warm 85 degrees as we begin play tonight. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Oh, man, I love what A.J. Pollock does for this offense. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Up next for Arizona, A.J. Pollock. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled off. And they go away here. It's a cold strike. 0-2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And that one just missed outside. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, D'Lo, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there, because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
First offering on its way. Fouled away. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
And it's fouled away. Just starting things out here in South Florida. In the air, out to right. Maben is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Taijuan Walker is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Listen, the sky has been the limit for Taijuan Walker, and I've been saying this, and I'll continue to say it. I'm going to give up on Taijuan Walker when Taijuan Walker gives up on himself. Big, strong guy, 95 to 97 miles an hour. Good, clean, soft mechanics. Good overhand curveball. His changeup has gotten better. This could be one of the up-and-coming right-handed pitching stars in the game of baseball.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, after the leadoff knock right there, you know what they say. You get that leadoff guy on, I don't care how it's done. He usually comes around to score. But let's tip our hat to the pitcher. He set the tone in the top of the first, retiring in the north.
So stepping in, Derek Dietrich. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball two. Dietrich, 28 years old. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
The 3-1. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and they gone. The bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. That's 2-0.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Maben at second. Dietrich at first with no outs. 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Here's Chris Davis now. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
0-1 the count. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's 1-2.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
Into the corner and slicing foul. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Dero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position, because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
And he takes ball one. Bases are loaded here.
Boy, I love the way he's competing to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
And a strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now. Brian Anderson, pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. Walker comes set. First pitch on the way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. On, could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
Working to escape the first inning jam. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to South Florida following this. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, David Peralta. He'll get us started in the top of the second. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this game.
And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Hey guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Here's Chris Owings now, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And he takes this one high, 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Swung underneath that pitch, so he was either trying to elevate the ball or he was expecting a pitch to be a sinker and drop more than it did.
Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, John Ryan Murphy. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. And he lays off there, 1-0. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Dietrich ranging into the outfield, and the inning is over. 1 left for Arizona. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. First offering on its way. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Brinson, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected. Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball, really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone. All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And let's take a look at A.J. Pollock. This guy is dynamic from both sides of the baseball. Steals bags, hits for power, but his signature is on defense. His ability to run balls down in the gap and play an unbelievable center field.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Two and one.
I got 2-1 to count.
And it's an even count of 2-2 to JT Riddle.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Up next from Miami, Odrisamer Despaigne will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Line drive to center field, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Boy, D, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
Cameron Maybin is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Now the 2-0. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike 1. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Dyson's there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on. Now at the plate, Christopher Negron. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. Hit on the ground toward the left. Played on the backhand. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Taijuan Walker. Here comes the first pitch. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Here's the 0-1. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Riding in once again, Gerard Dyson. He popped out in his first trip. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. For the current campaign, Dyson is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Now another 0-2. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
Digging in to try it again, A.J. Pollock, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Hit out towards second. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up to shoot again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Hero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, David Peralta. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Peralta is one of those prototypical left-handed bats that really excels against right-handed pitching. Sees the ball well coming from that side. Pollock over at second. Goldschmidt on at first with 2 down. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Only 1 in the inning for Arizona. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Derek Dietrich, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. At the plate, Justin Bohr.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Ran it in on the fists. 0-1. Started that swing a bit too early.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Ready for another chance? Chris Davis. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. And it's 1-1.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Chris Davis. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Daniel Descalso. He reached. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Hit in the air to left. Riddle has a play. He's got it one away. Stepping in, Chris Owings. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
1 run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Ball 2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
In now, John Ryan Murphy. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
Hey, down 0-2, he better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in, wherever.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Diamondbacks down in order, but they lead it 1-0. So striding forward now, JT Realmuto. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Dyson comes on now, and he has it 1 down. Coming to the plate now, Brian Anderson looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And this one runs up high, ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Into center field, line drive, base hit. Stepping into the box, Lewis Brinson. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. From the belt, the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Peralta's under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. And next to the plate will be JT Riddle. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set and the pitch. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Pollock. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Marlins leave 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Standing in, Christopher Negron. He'll start off the fifth in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Brinson. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Taijuan Walker. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. Dietrich is there. And very quickly there, they're two gone to start the inning. Here's Gerard Dyson. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Behind 0-2 now. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Fouled off. The 1-2. Here's a fastball that he shoots on into left center, and that'll fall for a base hit.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if they'll throw it. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base hit.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch, he obviously...
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Tapped up the third base line. And a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They lead it 1-0. Rafael Ortega will grab.
For the Marlins, number 12, Rafael Ortega.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. 276 the average coming in for him. 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Hats off to that one. Here's Cameron Maybin now. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. First pitch coming. Here it is. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Digging in once again, Derek Dietrich. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Hey, this guy is one strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Jose Arena takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 62.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, head-to-head with Jose Arena. He's got a 3-for-5 line. He's taken him deep once. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Digging in to try it again, David Peralta. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Into the box, Daniel Descalso. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Hey, that pitch right there caught entirely too much of the plate. Curveball that rolled over the heart of the plate. He's got to pull the trigger on that one.
The 1-2 pitch. A bullet to first base. And now they'll tag him out between first and second. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors. Leading off the inning, Justin Bohr. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Third baseman.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Descalso from shallow right. And that's the first out.
The left fielder, number 2.
Striding in once again, Chris Davis. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
No surprise here that they're working around this big boy. Certainly not going to let this guy tie the game up with something fat out over the heart of the plate.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, JT Realmuto. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First offering on its way. Favorable call in there for a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to the left side. Descalso on to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. Here's Chris Owings now, head-to-head with Jose Arena. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Right side hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So it's a good start to the inning for the Diamondbacks. Leadoff hitters aboard. Digging in once again, John Ryan Murphy. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Is there, and he's out trying to take second.
Well, they've got a small lead, and they're pushing to add to it by being aggressive on the base pass. But as a manager, you just hope you're not giving up outs that you wish you could have had back.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Cue shot here out towards short, and that'll be the second out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Ready for another shot now. Christopher Negron, a hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just a bit low, ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Grounder down the line at third. A payoff pitch one more time. Line towards center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more. Digging in and looking for more, Brian Anderson. He'll lead it off here against Taijuan Walker.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit in the air to right field. Pollock has a read on it. 1 out. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88. And at this point in the game, that's a good place to be. So I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
Counts even at 1-1 to Lewis Brinson. 1 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night. Changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Ready once again, JT Riddle. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Way out in front.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
1-1 to count. Walker steps into his windup. Here's the 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Dyson's there. And the inning is over. Miami down in order. Cesar Puello is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Number 71.
Hold strike at the letters. 0-1 comes into play here at 273. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff men on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Yeah, Matty, you're seeing a lot of late swings on the fastball tonight because this guy has had everything working. He has them in the proverbial rocking chair.
Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. The 1-2. A little bouncer, but it gets foul.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Gerard Dyson goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Stepping in now, A.J. Pollock. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
0-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings as a pitcher.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Fernando Salas is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Fernando Salas.
Number 3 will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. A ball and no strikes. Salas, a 32-year-old veteran. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. Here's Cameron Maybin now. He went down on strikes last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with 1 swing.
The count now at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Rounded down the third baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Derek Dietrich will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. Don't want to forget about him. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Swinging a soft liner, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
So striding in, Justin Bohr, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Man, he certainly got him protecting the plate right there. He almost got him to go around on that slider right there. I would not be surprised if he goes fishing a little bit further outside.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
And he misses ball four. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Number 66.
First offering on its way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, it's really fun for me watching this vet out there battling in this tough spot. We've seen him in jams like this many times before, so he has plenty of experience to be able to get out of these kind of jams. And he's thinking more about that than the task at hand, which is getting this hitter out.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Gotta love a late rally, and listen to this crowd now. They are really into this.
On the ground, left side. That's a base hit. One run is scored. And the second run will score as well.
You know, it's awfully difficult to score runs late in the game. After being down by 1, Vero, that base hit drives him too. That's a huge...
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. Bounce it to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Ready for another chance, Brian Anderson. And he's got an opportunity to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can cash in here. First pitch on its way. Hard on the ground towards short. And that is through into left as he delivers. It's a base hit. One run scored. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. Drilled on the ground to short. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors in a runner. Always a party in Miami Beach, not too far from us here at Marlins Park, set to begin the 9th inning in this one. Steve Cishek comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Paul Goldschmidt, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the 9th. Up next for Arizona, David Peralta. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's gone 2 for 5. And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta. 1 out, nobody on. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Daniel Descalso. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And that's dead center for strike 1. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Woodley gathers it in. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins have claimed the 4th consecutive as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL East, Jose Urena earned the 3rd W of his season as the Marlins took down the Diamondbacks 4-1. The Washington Nationals held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 2-0. Billy Hamilton swung the bat well with 3 hits, leading the Reds past the Braves 5-4. He is currently leading the National League in stolen bases. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined for 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 3-0. Tyler Austin totaled 4 hits overall on the day as the Yankees
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Miami Marlins. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Dan Straley, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Dan Straley's bounced around for a little while, but he's a 4-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Not an overpowering pitcher. Needs all 4 of his pitches. If he has that good changeup, he could be really tough.
Digging in, A.J. Pollock. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away. Guys, this Marlins ball club as they begin play here tonight. Now, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today. You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward, execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition's got to be on point if they're going to have a chance today.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. And the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. With that, the batting order. For the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing. Their best tool is the fact that they have amazing speed up and down the lineup. I don't even think the third base coach gives a steal sign. I think a lot of these guys have the green light. So be on the lookout for that today.
And there's out number 2.
First baseman number 44.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Snuck that high, hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. And he will get there to make the run. Play, and that Zach Godley. Hurler from South Carolina will be the starting pitcher in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Interesting guy, Zach Godley. Not an overpowering guy, but he pitches with a lot of emotion. 93 to 95 miles an hour. decent slider, pretty good changeup. He has a good fastball, a good changeup, and a good slider. And if he has all three, he has a pretty good shot to shut somebody down.
Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondbacks squad as they begin play here tonight. They've been fairly... Meanwhile now, this is trouble down that right field line. This should be extra bases. And the Marlins have something cooking. It's a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
He's set. Here it comes. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. A career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. He's 1 for 2. And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. Too high there and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1. Maven stands at second with no outs. In the dirt, did he go around? Yes, he did. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Digging in the switch hitter, Tomas Telis. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and 1 gone now. And he'll be back in standing up. And he'll turn and throw back to second again, keeping particularly close tabs on him. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Tap down the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little tapper.
Bitch ass. You know I'm I'm about to turn this off in a minute.
Yo,
Fuck him. He the fucking ball.
That boy talking about Cleveland about to win the Super Bowl. They got potential there.
Them niggas ain't gonna win a fucking game. I wish we played them so bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. They talking about trying to find talking about Daniel Bryan on a 1-year trade.
Fired his ass.
I mean, you know, crazy to me is, man, they got, like I said before, like they got all the potential, they got all the, they look good as shit on paper, like, oh my God. I don't know what it is. I just don't know.
Yeah, I've been thinking we gonna switch the league to 7 minutes this year. Yeah, we gonna see if we can suck more people in with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
come on, you motherfucker. I'm just trying to finish this half inning here. Come on. You know what? Fuck this half inning. He ain't about to do shit. Oh, I said hello. He ain't about to whoop shit. You know me. I ain't played that game in a while. When I'm fresh, it's trouble.